if we look at the inventory across the GTA from kind of around the end of May until this middle of July point, we've kind of been around that 16,100-ish units. I think even this morning I checked, we were 16,250, but we've kind of been settling in around that range. Now, that kind of tells me that the inventory is settling right now, which kind of leads me to believe that we may not see a dramatic price adjustment anymore. Hey everybody, it's Hussein Kabani, your favorite broker. We're gonna do a quick market update. If you guys have been watching my market updates, you know I don't shove stats down your throat. We're gonna have a general discussion about what we've been seeing on the ground of what's been happening over here. So basically, as we all know, we were in a very hot market at the beginning of 2022, and we've started to see that change kind of mid-February-ish. We only notice that change because we're working in the market every single day with buyers and sellers, and we can kind of start to feel the atmosphere changing. The prime example we have is mid-February, we had a house on the market. We started receiving less showings on it, less offers on offer presentation date, and the offers weren't as strong as what we were seeing in the past. So right then and there, we knew. And it's not just that one example. We knew from the prices going up last year into this year that this is not a sustainable type of thing. So once we first got that indication at the mid-February, we started to being very cautious about what we were telling our buyers and sellers at that point. And if we had sellers that were really looking to sell, we basically advised them this is the time to go on the market and sell your property. Some of them even had pre-construction property coming up in a year or something like that, but they still decided to go ahead and sell, and based on what's happened right now, they did really, really well. But generally picking up from there, we did actually see, I think the market really saw this drop starting into like end of April into May. We really kind of started to see the drop happen in the market. And what I could tell you is what we've seen at this point right now is about a 20 to 25% price decrease from where we were at the height of the market until right now. We've seen the interest rate come up about 1.75% or so right now, and we're expecting that interest rate to kind of go up from where we are at right now. One of the good things I've kind of noticed so far right now is that if we look at the inventory across the GTA from kind of around the end of May until this middle of July point, we've kind of been around that 16,100-ish units. I think even this morning I checked, we were 16,250, but we've kind of been settling in around that range. Now, that kind of tells me that the inventory is settling right now, which kind of leads me to believe that we may not see a dramatic price adjustment anymore right now. I think that there is a variable to this as well. We just recently had a 1% interest rate increase. We were all kind of expecting a 0.75. My awesome mortgage broker already told me that speculation is 1%, but the market was still talking about 0.75. Well, we did see that 1%. I personally don't think that affected the market too much right now because there was so much hype around. We knew that this was going to happen. So I think most people were kind of planning for this interest rate increase to happen anyways. And with that quarter point extra that we really weren't expecting that it did go up, I think if that really affected buyers on the market, maybe it was the wrong decision for them to be looking at properties anyways. I just want to be upfront with people. I don't think that 1% did anything really to change the market or shock the market that much. But I think any future interest rate increases moving forward from now, I think that they are going to have an impact on the market. The real question becomes is how much of an impact are they going to have on the market? When I see that inventory number again stabilizing and it kind of staying the same, if I saw inventory rapidly increasing, then I would suspect that the price is going to come down a little bit more or more. I can see that the prices come down a little bit more right now, but I don't see it dropping down too much, again, because of that inventory being stable. And I'm sure if you guys are following the real estate market, we've seen that report out there that says is that overall in Canada, we're still short about 1.5 million units, and something's going to have to happen. I briefly just saw an article that came out of BC that said that they are going to start to streamline the process for developers to start actually building or getting through that building permit process a little bit more efficiently. So we know that changes are happening to allow that. So now that we look back at the market right now and we're looking at it and saying, where are we going to go from over here? And it's only a production. It's my opinion. The last video we had so many comments come in. I don't want to call them negative comments, but contradicting to what I'm saying. And I think everyone has the right to opinion, and we don't exactly know. Even though I feel confident about what's going to happen, I've been wrong before. And so again, I'm going to stress, this is just my opinion of what I think is going to happen moving forward. So we're middle of July 2022 right now. We've seen the inventory stabilize. I think that, again, there is a chance that we might see a bit of a decrease in price. I don't think that we're going to see a huge correction. I think that's already kind of happened, 20 to 25% correction on average. We have 100 years worth of history in Toronto Real Estate Board. We've never seen it correct twice back to back, okay? So that's another indication that I don't think a major correction is happening. Based on inventory stabilizing and knowing what our future needs are for inventory, I really don't see it changing that much, okay? Now, if we look at the future, and if you guys have been watching and following me throughout the years, you know that I'm a long-term investor. I don't really care about what happens in the next 18 to 24 months. It has nothing to do with me, okay? A lot of people know I rather sever an arm versus selling a property, okay? So I'm a long-term investor and I'm holding my real estate, okay? So if I look at it moving forward from now, I still think that it's gonna be up and up and up. Maybe not in the next 18 months or 24 months. Are we gonna go back to the pricing where we were in the next 2 years? I don't think so. I think that might take 3, 4, 5 years to get even back up to the pricing of where we were. But I think if we look at it in 10 years, 15 years from now, I think people are going to look back at this that we're thinking doom and gloom and are going to be upset that they didn't get on this bandwagon right now. Okay, so I think that there is opportunity in the marketplace, and if you're a long-term investor, I don't think it's a bad idea as long as you can financially afford to float this property, okay? So even despite of what the interest rate may be today, I think you got to factor in a couple of points there as well. And if you can reasonably afford to buy this property, you like it, you like the payment, like you're okay with the payments of it, you can see yourself being there in the long term, you have a stable job, I don't think that there's anything wrong with buying real estate right now, as long as it's something that you feel comfortable with doing. Again, reviewing all the financials and everything else like that. So basically, in a nutshell, I think we've seen the bigger correction already happen. Is there room for it to go down a little bit more? I think that there is a chance. Interest rate increases will happen. As long as we see that inventory is kind of stable, I think overall it's not a bad idea to continue to invest. And I think that it's going to take some time for us to kind of catch up to where the prices were, say, February 2022. It could take 3, 4, 5 years to kind of get up to that. But I think, again, in the long run, we're going to have really, really good equity in our properties, again, long term. Okay, so we're constantly still investing. We're doing still properties that are residential that we're going to hold, even getting into speculating on land. We're still speculating on land. And we, like me personally, have a big purchase that we've done on land that we're speculating really, really big on the next 10 or 15 or 20 years. That's just to give you an idea of what our horizon is on purchasing just raw land as well. I know there's a lot of questions and a lot of people have opinions of what's going on. And I'm so happy that so many people are commenting on our videos, whether they go with my belief on what's going to happen or not. I'm so interested in hearing what you guys have to say. I really do appreciate it. If you guys leave a comment, share your thoughts with me of where you guys things are going, maybe even where you guys are thinking I'm wrong. I don't mind. Share your comments with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos. Until next time, remember one thing, guys. Get Kabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.